We're trying to look at, of course, we talked about insecurity, we talked about deficiencies, we're just looking at deficiencies and deficiencies. So we're also looking at the digital space. Somebody is in the house this morning to help us look at this issue quite critically, promoting secure digital space. An ICT expert is here, Mr. OLORUNTOBA, DADA. I'd like to welcome you to New Dawn.
Good morning everyone, good morning Nigeria. Good morning,
I want you to first secure your voice, just give it a little volume.
Good morning Abeokuta, good morning Nigeria.
All right, now the digital space, can it be secured? The digital space looks so vast. The digital space looks, does it really have space? When you talk about digital space, does it really have space? It looks that the digital environment cuts across virtually all strata.
Well, referring to digital space itself, it's more like the content that is displayed on either a mobile phone, either a laptop, either a tablet, or either a desktop workstation. Okay. But the digital space itself is vast and wide and cumbersome, and you can have large quantity of data displayed upon it at a large period of time, which well, I wouldn't say it's very hard to secure, but it requires a lot of information to get it secured.
Okay, now you see the Yorubas will say that the Englishman that made the pencil also made the eraser. You find out that virtually everything on the digital space, somebody designed it or somebody knows about it. Yeah. So people are saying it's totally difficult to secure it. Is there a way that can be worked around whereby you could feel safe?
Well, there are workaround ways actually, but we have to refer to certain particular aspect of the digital space. Okay. Let's take, for example, the mobile phone aspect of it, where we have all sorts of information traveling on that space at the period of time, okay, starting from applications like messaging applications like WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, and then we talk about business applications like maybe you have a banking application on it. That's a large space on its own at that particular period of time. Mm-hmm. Then how do we now prevent attackers in that little space is where we should concentrate our effort on. Because looking at data itself, the larger the data, the larger it gets hard to secure. Because once data gets bigger, then we find it very hard to secure it. Take, for example, someone is using a public Wi-Fi, for example, okay, and is sending what is called a personal identifiable information. It's called PII. Information such as date of birth, okay, house address, work address, okay, banking details, and he's sending that information across the internet, probably to someone far away somewhere, on a free public Wi-Fi. Somebody can sit down on the back end of it and rip up that information, and then use it for their own personal gains. So now, securing that particular space would have to entirely rest on the individual, their knowledge of what to do and how to go about it. Take, for example, also we talk about phishing. There's what we call about phishing, okay, where attackers find out a way to get your information either via emails, via flyers, and via text messages. But there's something that is really available now on that space. Now it's called hardware.
What tips will be needed here, and at some point we know how these hackers could just censor
information, because it provides extra layer of security above the initial security. Take, for example, someone that is using a PIN for their passcode now, and Nigeria is a very diverse country whereby somebody can features that the main WhatsApp in the store itself is not offering. So they get these untrusted applications signed in, and then there's what we call a kernel. This application goes down to the root access of your devices and then picks basic information working underneath that even the users cannot see. Now say for example, somebody now calls from somewhere and say, hey, I want you to join this platform. I'm going to offer you a code. It's not a must I join the platform. I could decline the request. The most important thing is do not open what you don't know. That's the foundational.
But you find out that on WhatsApp, people just forward things. You just find this one forwarded, and sometimes you even see the forwarded has been forwarded many times.
Many times.
How do we stop? How do we let the people know? You know, because it's just like I was in a meeting and somebody was trying to pass that information to me about the gas, you know, and I was trying to say, look, I've not verified this information. She felt insulted, and I was happy because I didn't read that thing on the stage. It would have, I went back to Google it, only to find out that the information that she was trying to bring to me on that credited something was fake. So, you know, how would you help at the digital space? We want to thank you very much for being part of it. There's going to be New Dawn again on Friday, and we will be back again next Wednesday. It's going to be the first one in the month of April. Until then, have a pleasant day.